So great. Glad to see everyone, as I have said. It's Tuesday. It won't be too rough. I'm going to move back to the mat. So remember, a little love here. Take care of yourselves. Less is more. So be gentle. You can rest when you want, of course. And you have to breathe. So let's start by taking a deep breath in and let it go. Releasing. And another deep breath. And exhale. Yeah, releasing down, softening, noticing. Just letting the breath come and go. Let's move into some three-part breath. So lift up tall if you're seated or lying down, opening the chest, and bring the inhale down into the lower lungs. Feel the belly expand, and then move the inhale smoothly up into the middle chest and then up into the upper chest. And keep the exhale as long as the inhale or even longer. That ocean breath, that warrior breath. And you can move, you can adjust to feel down into the earth. Feeling grounded, feeling stable. Just breathing. Good, all right. If the eyes are closed, go ahead and open the eyes, lift up tall, and bring the arms wide with the palms down toward the mat, or toward the floor. And really move the heart forward as you reach out through those fingers. Arms are strong, you're drawing them into the shoulders. Keep the neck relaxed here, just reaching, feel the power in the strength in the arms. And then turn the hands up toward the ceiling, and as you inhale, bring the hands up. Let the hands come together up there, if that's okay for your shoulders. Gazing up. Reach the fingers to the ceiling. Take the gaze straight ahead, still reaching high. And then turn the palms to the outside, exhale, and the hands come down. Take a breath here, just release. And then turn the palms to the ceiling, inhale, and the hands lift. Exhale, palms out, and the hands down. And one more time, as you inhale, the arms lift. gazing up toward the ceiling, and exhaling the hands down. Good. Bring the hands back to the legs. Just move here. Notice what you feel in the hands and the shoulders and the arms. Good. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Good. Bring the hands out in front. Draw the arms into the shoulders. Reach the fingers forward. Looks good. All right. Strong again through the arms. And then interlace the fingers. Press the palms out. Draw the shoulders back gently and lift the hands to the ceiling. Again, gazing toward the sky. Exhaling. Round chin toward the chest, pressing the hands forward. And inhaling, coming up tall, hands lift. Exhaling and round. And one more time, hands lift. Exhaling. And then turn the palms toward you, release, work those fingers, and roll the wrists. Yeah, all good. Bring the left hand across to the outside of the right leg. Take the right hand behind and that spiral twist to the right. Inhaling, come to the front. Keep the shoulders soft as you bring the right hand across and exhale to the left. Inhaling, come to the center. And as you exhale, extend the right arm if you choose, gazing back. And inhaling to the front and exhaling that twist to the left. And then coming back to the front. Good. Inhale, bring the shoulders up to the ears and then take the points of the shoulders back. Shoulder blades toward the center and down, keeping the neck relaxed, moving the head. Heart presses toward the top of the mat. And then let that one go. Inhaling, bring the shoulders up and back and down. Exhaling. Breathe. And release. And one more time, lifting the shoulders toward the ears, taking the shoulders back, and then letting them come down. Ah, yes. One more deep breath. And exhale, release the shoulders. Good. And now you can move and you can bicycle the shoulders, one forward, the other back, and then the other way. And while you're doing that, you can do some gentle movements with the head to release the neck just a bit. Be nice. And if you run into a catch, this sometimes happens, just breathe. Great, all right. Extend the right arm out in front, lift up tall. Same idea, draw that arm in as you reach forward. And on your next inhale, let the hand come up toward the ceiling. Following it up there with the eyes, reaching, feeling down through that right sits bone as you reach the fingers up toward the ceiling. Right shoulder is back. And then bring the left hand out, arc over to the left. Reaching up and out. Strong through the arm. And bring the right hand back to the ceiling, reach it up there, and then release. Good. And then extend the left hand out in front, lifting tall, and inhaling that hand to the sky. Yeah, reach it up. And bring the right hand out and arc to the right. One more breath. And the left hand back to the ceiling. Turn, gaze, reach, and release. Yes, all good. Let's come over into table. Checking those hands flat on the mat. Fingers gripping the mat. We'll do our moving cat-cow. Inhaling, take the gaze ahead. Let the belly settle toward the mat. And as you exhale, round up and move the hips back toward the heels. Elbows come down behind the wrists, coming forward, lifting back up, gazing ahead, exhaling, rounding, hips come back. Inhaling forward and up, exhaling back. And one more time, coming forward, lifting, gazing ahead, exhaling round. And coming back toward the heels. Good. Let's bring the arms in, rest the head on the crossed arms, and just take a deep breath in. And exhale. And bringing the hands back out, come back up into table. And with the gaze straight down at the center of the mat, as you exhale, take the hips over to the right. Bring the weight onto the right knee. Really press the ribs and the hips out to the right. And then coming back to center, keep the gaze straight down. Take the hips to the left. Coming back to center, move hips right. And then back to center, exhaling the hips left. And bringing everything back to center. Good. Take the whole body out to the right and then move the hips back. Let the head dip toward the mat. Bring the body to the left. Inhaling, coming up, stretched in the wrists, exhaling to the right and back. And inhaling to the left and up. Lifting the gaze as you come forward and letting the head drop as you go back. Yeah, one more big circle. And then go the other way to the right, coming up and forward. Arms are strong and exhaling back. And release the head, relax the arms. And to the right, inhaling, arms go strong. Gaze lifts, exhaling to the left and back. One more circle. Good. Shoulder blades come onto the back as you come forward, exhaling, releasing, moving back. And one more time, bring the arms in, just rest the head and breathe. And coming back up into table, bringing the knees back under the hips. Knees were a little wide, or could have been a little wide to make that child's pose a little more comfortable. Extend the right leg, toes down on the mat. Good. Dip the right hip toward the mat. And then look under the right shoulder and see if you got a straight line from the shoulder down to the heel. Gently pressing back. And lift the right foot hip height. Keeping the sacrum flat, extend the left arm straight out ahead. Gaze straight down at the mat. Breathe. One more breath. And bring the left hand down. Keep the right leg lifted. And now take it out to the right. Oh, yeah, to the right. And keep that leg lifted as high as you can. Gaze past the right shoulder toward the toes. Spread the toes. Point the toes. Flex the foot. Point the toes and flex the foot. And bring that right foot back hip height. Again, level the hips. Toes point straight down. And exhale the right knee down and just breathe in table. Okay. And now extend the left leg. Toes down on the mat. Again, that left hip is released toward the mat. Remember, one of those secrets of yoga is the fact that you're relaxing or softening everything that you don't need to make it work. And now bring that left foot hip height, extending the right arm. And breathe. One more deep breath. And now exhale and bring the right hand down. Take that left foot out to the left, keeping it lifted. And see if you can. You might have to bend that right elbow a little bit. That's okay. See if you can make that left leg be parallel to the floor. And now point the toes, flex the foot, point the toes, spread those toes as you flex, and point and flex. And bring that left foot back, hip height. Take a deep breath in. And exhale the left knee down beside the right. Come back into your resting pose. And back up into table, curl the toes, then come up into downward facing dog. And the feet are hip width here. And you didn't need to move anything from your table. You just lifted the hips straight up toward the ceiling. Now you've got bent knees and pressing into the mat with the hands, trying to move the heart toward the knees. And now just gently move one heel toward the mat, then the other. And if those heels don't make it down there all the way, that's okay. We're all a work in progress. And then look between the hands, step the feet forward. And come into half lift. Check the heels turned out slightly. Bring the shoulder blades onto the back. Let the top of the head reach away as you gently straighten those legs. Pressing the belly toward the toes. Got all that? Good. Breathe. Feel down through the feet. And now exhale, bend the knees, Bring the belly down onto the thighs. Release the head toward the mat. Weight comes forward, forward fold. And just gently move the head. Let it just hang. Face is soft. Yeah, again, working the heels. Inhale, come back up into half lift. And now again, the legs are straightening gently, belly's pressing down, spine is long. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. And now really bend the knees, take the arms wide with a long spine press into the mat and come up. Reaching the fingers to the sky, strong through the feet, through the legs, through the arms. And exhale into mountain pose. Good, yoga flop. So that was our warm-up. I hope it feels pretty good. So press down into the mat with both feet. Pick the mat up with your toes so you're really feeling the feet on the mat. Toes are pointing straight ahead, coming up into mountain pose, lifting, drawing the shoulders back and down, and inhale, bring the hands up. Palms together if that's okay for you. Take the arms wide, hinge at the hips, stay long through the spine until you release your head down toward the mat. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, the hands to the mat. Step both feet back into plank. Yeah. Bring the elbows toward the center. Spread the fingers wide. Breathe. And from the toes of the knees, exhale, coming down to the mat. Try to let the chest touch the mat first. Ah, good. All right. Release the toes, big toes touch. And the tops of the toes on the mat as you lift into cobra, light pressure in the hands. And let the gaze be straight down. Try and relax the buttocks. Two more deep breaths in cobra. Good. Bring the knees down. They're probably lifted, but bring them down to the mat now, or curl the toes, strong through the core as you lift up and back to downward dog. One more deep breath in downward dog. And then step the feet toward the top of the mat, coming back into that half lift as you inhale. Exhale back to the forward fold. And again, arms wide, bend those knees, press into the mat and come up. Exhale, mountain pose. Yeah, we're sun salutation A. Let's work through sun B. This is the Ashtanga version of sun salutation B. So from mountain pose, inhale the hands up. Exhale and bring the hands back down. That's not how this works. The Ashtanga version starts in chair. So coming into our mountain pose. As you inhale, bend the knees and bring the hands out and up in front. Knees are bent, gazing toward the hands, which are extended out and up. Exhale, come into a forward fold. Inhaling, come to half lift. Exhale, stepping back into plank. And now vinyasa. Exhale, come down. Inhale to cobra. And exhale, up and back, downward dog. Good. Inhale the right foot high. And then step the right foot forward into high lunge. And if you need to bring the back knee down to get that foot up there, that's perfectly fine. And we'll take a breath here, let everybody get into a high lunge. Spin that back heel in and down and come up into warrior one. Strong through the back leg. Exhaling, hands come down to the mat. Coming up on the back toes. Take the right foot back beside the left. Good. Again, vinyasa, knees down or not, coming down. Up into cobra or modified cobra or upward dog. Coming back, exhaling, downward dog. And take the left foot high and then bring it to the top of the mat. Taking a second here, get set. Spin the right heel in and down, warrior one. Exhaling, hands come down to the mat. Take the right foot back beside the left and vinyasa. Coming down, inhaling up, exhaling back. And now you breathe. Yeah, you should have been breathing all along. Working the heels. And step the feet forward. Come to half lift. Exhale, fold. And then bend the knees, coming back into that chair. Hands lifted. And exhale, bring the hands in prayer to the heart. And release. And yes, that was close, but not perfect. Ashtanga Sun Salutation B starts with the hands in prayer at the heart and then comes into the chair. So I'll get it perfect one of these days. Step back with the right foot. We're moving into head to knee. So 2 lengths for the feet. Bring the hands behind, interlock the hands or the fingers, interlace the fingers, draw the shoulders back, reverse prayers there if you've got it. Take a deep breath in and exhale, coming forward, drawing the left hip back. Let the head go, lift the hands to the ceiling. Get long through the spine as you inhale. Lift back up. Press the hands down toward the mat, taking the gaze to the sky. And inhaling, come back up. Release the hands and step to the top of the mat. Step back with the left foot. And bring the hands behind. Come up tall. And exhale and fold over the right leg. Little bend in the right knee. Drawing the right hip back. Still squeezing those hands together. And now get long, inhaling up. Press the hands toward the mat, gazing up. And coming back up, release, stepping forward. Ah, yeah, okay. So we're going to move down toward the mat to do some other good stuff down there. So inhale the hands up. Exhale, come into forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, stepping back. So we're in our plank. Good. Step the right foot up, turn the toes out, and then come on the outside of the left foot and come into side plank, reaching to the ceiling. And then bring the left hand down, take the right foot back into plank, and bring the knees down, come back into hero and take a breath. And I do this whenever I think I need a breath, and I think probably you need one too. And coming back forward, come back into your plank. Good. Wrists under the shoulders. Bring the left foot up, turn the toes out. Come on the outside of the right foot into side plank. And bring the left hand down, bring the left foot back beside the right. And now just lift the hips into downward dog. And see if this will feel like a resting pose here. And now lift the right foot high, press back and up through the heel. And then bend the knee and look underneath the right arm. Let the right foot move out to the left. And bring the right foot back to the sky and down to the mat. Ah, yeah. Lift the left foot high. Press up. Bend the left knee. Look under the left arm. And take the left foot back. Lift it high. And the left foot comes down. And then bring the knees down to the mat into hero or child. Good. Come back up into table. Curl the toes. Up to downward dog. And step the feet forward. Half lift. And fold. Top of the head toward the mat. Press the belly toward the toes, get long in the spine, bend those knees and come up. And exhale, mountain pose. Good, all right. So step wide on the mat with the heels pressed out, pressed away. Feel strong. Don't feel really wide here or really stretched open. Comfortably wide. Lift up tall. Hands to the hips, elbows back. And come into a wide-legged forward fold. Ah, yes. Exhaling. Let the hands come down. Outsides of the legs. Outsides of the ankles. Or the mat under the face. And breathe. Release the head, little bends in his knees again. And then gently, just gently, try to move the heart a little closer between the legs. And move the hands over toward the right foot. Take the bind if you choose. And then release on the right, taking the hands over toward the left foot. Take that bind if you choose. And bring the hands back to center. Exhale down to the forward fold. And then lift the head and walk the hands away. Wide-legged downward dog. Fingers spread wide. Heels are on the mat. Pressing the legs straight. And breathe. And then walk the hands back under the face. And turn the toes out. And then bend the right knee, letting the hips come down toward the mat. You can point those left toes up toward the ceiling. And if your fingers or tips are on the mat, come up onto your right toes with the left toes pointing up. And then maybe you can bring your hands in prayer to the heart. But that's okay if those hands are still on the mat, but gaze straight ahead. And then lift back up, keeping the hands on the mat, toes still turned out. Take the hips over to the left, Let the hips settle down toward the mat. Take the right toes toward the ceiling and come up on the left toes. And then bring those hips back up. Bring the toes to the front again. Exhale into forward fold. Now get long in the spine, hands come to the hips. Inhale and come up. Press the thumbs into the hip bones, taking the gaze up. And inhale up. And turn those toes toward the top of the mat. Come up on the back toes and just step to the top of the mat. Good, all right. Let's come into warrior three. So bring the weight over onto the left foot, find your spot on the floor. Take the arms wide, let's start from there. And then hinge at the hips, lifting the right foot off the mat as you come forward. It's standing airplane now. And then if you choose, you can bring the hands and arms out in front. Warrior three. Inhaling up and hands come down. Good. Deep breath in and exhale. Good. Bring the weight onto the right foot. Arms come wide. And focusing on your spot. Exhale, hinge. Standing airplane. Or warrior three. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good, yoga flop. Okay, let's move down to the mat. I am perspiring here for sure. This is work. So, mountain pose. Inhale the hands up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale back to plank. Take that breath in. And exhale, lower. Let's come into locust, hands down by your side, palms down. Chin is on the mat. And inhale, lift the head and upper chest, lift the feet and legs, lift the hands and arms, and breathe. Two more deep breaths. And exhale everything down. Take the right side of the face to the mat, palms up, heels out. And let the shoulders go. And the left side of the face. And bring the hands under the shoulders. Come up into table. And bring the feet around to the front. Good, all right. So let's try our Navasana, our boat pose. Coming to balance. And remember, one foot can be on the floor and the other leg lifted, extended if you choose, and then you switch. Both feet can be lifted, knees bent. That works too. You can support those legs behind the knees with your hands. And if you choose, you can go to the extended pose. One more breath. And then exhale, come down to canoe. Still breathing. And then come all the way down to your back. Good. Turn the palms up and breathe. Bring the right knee into the chest and hug it in. Good. Then take the right knee a little bit out and toward the right shoulder. And now you might need your strap for this, but bring your right hand to the outside edge of the right foot and just take the bottom of the right foot up toward the ceiling into half happy baby. And release the foot. Take the foot straight up to the ceiling, pressing up through the heel. Left foot is active, left leg is active, right leg, of course, is active, pressing up. Point the toes and circle the right leg. Make circles with the whole leg. Go the other way. And now flex the foot and slowly lower the right leg down toward the mat and point the toes, inhaling, lift it back up. Flex the foot and lower. Point the toes and lift. And flex and lower that right leg. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Okay, turn the palms up. Take a breath. Good. Bring the left knee into the chest, drawing it in. You can circle the toes here if you want. And then take that left knee a little bit out and up toward the left shoulder. And with the strap over the left hand, come into half happy baby. Bottom of the foot up toward the ceiling. and release the foot. Take that foot straight up. Strong through the left leg, flexing the right toes. Point the left toes and circle the left leg. And go the other way. And then flex the left foot. Slowly lower the left leg down. Point the toes and lift it back up. Flex and lower. Point and lift. And flex and lower. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good. Take that deep breath in as you release. And bring both knees into the chest. Yeah, just draw them in. Rocking a little bit, side to side maybe. And then from here, if you want to, you can take a hold of outside edges of both feet, with both hands, of course, and take the bottoms of both feet up to the ceiling, full happy baby. And you're working to get that tailbone down onto the mat and keeping the shoulder blades on the mat. Is this a trick? Yeah. This gets tougher when you get older, I'll tell you. One more breath. Still working the shoulder blades down, the tailbone down. Good. Release both feet. Take both legs straight up to the ceiling. Flexing the feet, pressing the heels up. Now bring the hands under the hips. The thumbs touch underneath the bottom there. Lift the head and the shoulders off the mat, pressing up through the heels. And now slowly lower both legs down. You can bend your knees here. Point the toes, lift those feet back to the ceiling. Keeping the head and shoulders lifted, flex the feet, lower those legs slowly down. Point the toes and lift them back up. And last time, flex and lower both legs. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Yeah, release. Good. Bring both feet all the way into the hips. And we'll just do a couple of easy bridges here, warming down. So press into the mat with the feet and lift the hips off the mat toward the ceiling. Inhaling, exhaling, let the hips come down. Inhaling, press, hips lift. And exhale, lower. And one more time, inhaling, hips lift. And exhale and lower. Good, all right. And bring the left ankle onto the right knee. And thread the left arm through there into figure 4. Flex that left foot. Move the foot and the knee to the right for a little more sensation into figure 4. Good. Bring the right foot down, release that left ankle, and bring the right foot onto the left knee, flexing the right foot, and reaching through for figure 4. And bring the left foot down, release the ankle, keep the feet all the way in at the hips. Take the arms wide and let the knees fall over to the right and turn your gaze to the left. And bring the knees back to the ceiling. Take the knees to the left and the gaze to the right. Just release. Bring the knees back up to the ceiling. Legs long. And bring the arms behind, and we'll do a big, long, deep, full body stretch. Inhaling. And exhale into Savasana. Good, all right. Let the face be soft. Let the face be soft and the jaw released. Relax the hands and arms and shoulders. Belly is soft. The hips and legs, feet and toes are relaxed. And with each exhale, melt a little bit more into the mat. Let the breath deepen here. Move the toes, wiggle the toes, the fingers, bend the knees. Stretch if you'd like. And when you're ready, you can roll to one side, coming up. So thank you for practicing, and namaste. The light in me honors the light in you, or it can also mean I bow to you.